Hello, welcome to Dave's Auto. Today I will be working on a 2016 Ford Expedition. It's going to be a four-wheel drive Platinum. All right, and I will be replacing the rear brake pads. All right, let's get to it. So obviously, the first thing you want to lift up the vehicle, secure the truck with some stands. Always safety first. So yeah, I already did that. Um, Jacked it up and put jack stands underneath of it. And obviously you want to take the tires off. You're gonna need a 22 millimeter socket to remove the lug nuts. You have to be careful because those lug nuts, if you're not careful, you're gonna strip them, and you don't want to do that. So just make sure you do it the right way. You're gonna need a 22 millimeter. Just make sure you can break it loose by hand on the ground before you lift it up. That way, it's easier. So I already did that, and the next step is to um, remove the caliper. Well, not the caliper, but the the caliper, just to get to the brake pads, right? Not the whole caliper assembly, but just the caliper. You're gonna leave the bracket on there, of course. So just take the caliper off so we can get to the brake pads. Um, to do that, you're gonna have to unscrew two screws or bolts, one at the top and one at the bottom. Um, that way you can get to the brake pads. So you need a flat screwdriver to pry off the tab, right? So you take the tab off and put it on the side, and you do the same thing at the bottom of it. Yeah, right here. Yeah, right here. And you put that on the side. Then you're gonna need um, a 7 millimeter hex bit to um, to unscrew the bolt. Right? It is a 7 millimeter hex bit. This is what you need. It's also important that you put the right tool in there so you don't strip the bolt in there. All right. So you put it inside. Make sure it's nice and tight, and then we're going to unscrew that. All right, so yeah, that one is out. You do the same thing at the bottom. Okay, so that one is out as well. So now you can go ahead and pry the caliper. You can just move it. And then the whole thing will. Okay. Okay. So that's what you got here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and remove the brake pads. Right, remove that, and then install the new ones. Now, before you take the this one off, just make sure you can use it to push back the piston inside the caliper, right? Because you don't want to use the new one to do that. So just use the old one to push the piston back. So we can put that one here. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So you can just use that, and then once you screw it, you're gonna push the piston back. You can buy this tool from the part store. Any part store should be able to sell you this tool, and then just use that to push the um, the piston back inside the caliper, so you'll be able to install the new ones. Alright, like so. Nice and easy. Just make sure you push it all the way in so you don't have problems installing the new one. Alright, so it looks pretty good. Alright, now you can just pull the old one out and put it to the side. Okay. So now we can just go ahead and install the new ones. Okay. So just finished installing the new pads in there. So basically it's the same way you take the old pads out, you put it in the same way. Put the first one in there inside the piston, and then you put the outer one, you slide it like so. Then we could just put it back on the rotor and install the bolts. Okay. Okay. Like that. And then we could just go ahead and put the bolts back in there. First one, and then the bottom one, the top one, the bottom one, and just tighten it up, and we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and get the hex bit to tighten it back up. Okay. Okay. So make sure it's nice and tight. Okay. All right. It's nice. This is tight. Just make sure The top one is also nice and tight. Okay. So once you're done, you just go ahead and put the covers back on there. All right. These are the two covers, and just make sure everything is nice and tight. Everything is good as it should. And there you have it. That's how you replace rear pads on a 2016 Ford Expedition. Um, Once you're done, you put the tire back on there, and you do the same to the other side of the wheel, and you should be good to go. It's the same process to do it on the other side of the wheel. All right. Have a good day, and don't forget to subscribe and also share and like this video. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.